Hey there, it's Mr. Jones, and I'm back with another learning video. Today we're going to talk about prime factorization and how we can use prime factorization to find the least common multiple of two numbers. So a multiple is the product of a digit multiplied by any whole number other than 1. To put it another way, a multiple is a dividend that the digit you're looking at, in this case it's 4, divides into evenly. So for example, the following numbers are all multiples of 4 because they are the products of 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4, 4 times 5, and 4 times 6, respectively. The least common multiple. The multiple that has the least value, or is the smallest number, that is common to or shared between two numbers. Let's look at 4 and 6. If we skip count, we see that some multiples of 4 are 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. And multiples of 6 are 12, 18, 24. So 12 is the least common multiple between the two, and 24 is the second least common multiple. We can use prime factorization to calculate the least common multiple of 24 and 18. So we have our prime factorization done already using a factor tree, and we see that the prime factors of 24 are 3, 2, 2, and 2, and of 18 are 3, 3, and 2. The common factors are 2 and 3, and I've just added arrows here to show where those are, because obviously there are multiple 2's with 24 and multiple 3's with 18. Now the numbers circled in red are the remaining. So to solve, we now have to add the remaining uncommon factors to our common ones to create an expression. So we take only one set of our common factors. So you don't do 2 times 3 times 2 times 3. You just take 2 times 3 as your common factors, even though they're shared between both of the numbers we're looking at. And we multiply them by the remaining factors, in this case 2 times 2 times 3. This will give us our least common multiple. So I put them in brackets just to separate the common factors and the remaining factors. You don't necessarily have to do this. It's just helpful. Also, this multiplication symbol does not need to be there. As we said in the last video, side-by-side brackets mean multiplication. I just put that there to make things a little more clear. So 2 times 3 is 6, which we have in the sort of second part of our expression. And 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. 6 times 12 gives us 72. Small side note, ideally we kind of stack our equations like this, as opposed to writing them all in the same line like in the previous slide. So this just makes it a little more clear. We can really see sort of the progression of our thinking in solving the expression. So writing it all in one line can get confusing. So this is sort of an ideal way to write out our expressions, especially once we get into high school. So we can check our answer by skip counting. So that same method that we used earlier, the same strategy, we can use here to double check and make sure that we arrived at the correct solution. So we see, again, 12, 48, 72, 18, 36, 54, 72. So when we do our skip counting, it still brings us to the same solution of 72. So we know we found the least common multiple correctly. All right, I know that was a short one, but it's sort of a simple concept once you understand what the phrase least common multiple means and how to apply prime factorization to it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, subscribe if you're interested in getting more, at least for this year, grade 8 content. And I'll be back soon with another video. Thanks.